Rights groups have criticized the US, the UN, others in the international community for keeping discussions over the past year behind closed doors, keeping diplomacy behind closed doors. There has been much criticism that not enough was done to put pressure on either party, but particularly on the Ethiopian government. I want to ask you specifically why you believe that was and whether the international community has failed Ethiopians. We know tens, hundreds of thousands of people are suffering, millions, as we know, on the edge of famine at this point. Has this been an abject failure by the international community, Samantha Powers?
Well, I think we should look at where responsibility lies for this conflict and for the fact that we have famine-like conditions plaguing tens of thousands of people in the country. Fundamentally, responsibility lies with the government and with the rebels who are now advancing out of Tigray and moving toward Addis Ababa. That is a fact. The United States, from the very beginning of this conflict, has been the most generous humanitarian donor, has put increased pressure on a government with which we have one of the deepest and most important partnerships on the continent. This is our largest development partner in all of Africa. At the same time that we've been having put in a situation where we've had to sanction individuals who are implicated in atrocities or the denial of food as a weapon of war. At the same time we've done that, we've been maintaining COVID assistance, providing vaccines, increasing our support for agriculture at a time where we know the economic effects of COVID are devastating, again, tens of thousands of families in Ethiopia. So we don't want anything other than a productive and constructive relationship with an incredibly important partner on the continent. But the events of the last year have given us no choice but to increase the pressure in that way. And it's just unfortunate that as we see alarming reports of roundups of Tigrayans in Addis Ababa, as we see, again, the rebels marching and nobody embracing this call that we have made for a year for political talks and for a ceasefire, that the conditions just continue to deteriorate. But I would have responsibility lie where it belongs, which is with the parties on the ground.